The almighty Prince VEGETA!
What is good, people? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video, and today I'm going to be speculating over who I think we're going to see as the LF for Legends Festival Part 2. So straight away, I'm not going to waste any time speculating over Universal Survival Saga or movies like Orange Piccolo, for example, because it's just a waste of time. We know already that Part 2 is 100% going to be a future-themed celebration, made evident by the Rose Goku Black Zenkai, the fused Zamasu free-to-play unit. They're doing the exact same thing they did for GT in Part 1, where they're just building up to it. We had LF Forku getting his Zenkai before Part 1 was announced. We also had the free-to-play Super 17, the free-to-play Kid Goku. Like, they're doing the exact same thing they did with GT, so we know for sure it's going to be future in this celebration. So what I'm going to do is just go straight over to the future units that we have already, the LF units anyway, and look at what we already have. So we also know it's pretty much going to be a Dragon Ball Super future celebration, because Zamasu, Rose Goku Black, they're both from Super, so it's pretty safe to assume they're going to stick to that. And to be honest with you, I'm very surprised we didn't presume it was future anyway. Like, most of us were saying Universal Survival Saga, and I really don't understand why, because every time GT have had a major celebration, we've also had future alongside them. The second Annie, we had it. The third Annie, I'm pretty sure there's been a few other instances as well. So in future, if GT get buffs, just assume future's getting buffs as well. It's a pretty safe assumption to make. But yeah, anyway, so as I said, I think it is going to be a Dragon Ball Super future celebration. So if we're looking at the characters we already have, we've got the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta from the Rose fight. We've got Vegito Blue, who obviously fought Corrupted Merge Zamasu. We've got Rose himself. We've got Corrupted Merge Zamasu as well. And then finally, we have Sword of Hope Trunks. Obviously, Future Gohan, Cell, the androids, and Super Saiyan Trunks are all from Z. So that really doesn't leave many options. It really doesn't. If we're looking at the Dragon Ball Super only for the future units, it really doesn't leave many options. And I think there's only really two possibilities, and I think one is a lot more likely than the other. So the only options we have left, especially considering it's a celebration, so it has to be a celebration worthy unit as well. So we have Merge Zamasu. We know it's not going to be him because he just got a free-to-play unit, and they're not going to replicate a free-to-play unit as the LF. They're just not going to do that. So we know for sure it's not him, so he's off the cards. So that leaves two units for me, personally, that have any possibility. And as I said, one is a lot more likely than the other. So we have, first of all, this is the unlikely option. We have a tag or assist Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito Blue. Now, a lot of people would love that. It would definitely be celebration worthy. It would definitely be hype. But I just can't see it. I can't see it. I think the next Vegito Blue we're going to get is going to be the Ultra. And even though we did just get that leaked fusion mechanic or gauge, whatever it is, the Awakened card, sorry, not the gauge, I'm thinking of the little hourglass. The Awakened Arts card of Fusion, I just don't think they're going to use it for a Part 2 LF. I think maybe they're more likely to use that for an Ultra. And we have obviously just got Tag Goku and Vegeta for Part 1. So are they really going to have another Goku and Vegeta unit again for Part 2? I think it would be a little bit repetitive. And even though it would be hype, don't get me wrong, Vegito Blue is one of the biggest money draws in this game, period. But I just can't see it personally. So that only leaves one option. And it's likely the unit that I had as the thumbnail, or the characters that I had as the thumbnail. And that is going to be Vegeta and Trunks. So, future, already have the androids. We had a tag unit for Part 1. So, are they really going to do a tag unit for Part 2? I'm not too sure. I think, to be honest with you, I think it's more likely going to be an assist unit, similar to what we had with Zamasu and Goku Black last Fest. And I think we're more likely to see a Trunks with Vegeta assist going into the Gallic Gun. I think that is most likely what we're going to see. I mean, I wouldn't mind a tag unit, but I just think it's a little bit repetitive. I don't want them to keep just churning out these tag units constantly. Like, it just gets a bit boring. I think it takes away from how special the tag units are if they just keep chucking them out constantly. So I'd prefer an assist unit, and I do think that is what we're more likely to get. So that would mean it's a LF Trunks with Vegeta assist. So you won't actually be able to switch into Vegeta, but he will still be in all of the animations, the green card, the blue card, and then obviously he'll come in for the father-son Gallic Gun. I'm really glad they've gone down this route instead of USS, to be honest. Like, I wasn't really looking forward to Goku Frieza. I know that's obviously subjective and a lot of other people would be, but for me personally, I'm really happy with it. If it does turn out to be them, which I expect it to, Vegeta Clan will obviously be getting a new unit as well. So happy days for me. Very, very happy days indeed. Now, if we look at future, we look at the tag. So let me remove the Legends Limited. And we look at the colours that they've got right now. So what colour do I think they're more likely to be? So we have yellow Future Gohan. I don't think they're going to be yellow. I think Future Gohan honestly is still the best unit on the tag, which is crazy to say. I don't think they're going to be purple. LF Rose did of course just get a Zenkai, and even though he's mid as hell, and most of us would probably agree that he's just simply not good enough, I don't think the Legends devs are going to see him as a Zenkai buffer for the new unit. I think they see him as a core member of the future team. So I don't think they'll be purple for that reason. I don't think they'll be red for pretty much the same reasoning. Corrupted Merge Zamasu just got his plat. Once again, it's not good enough, but Legends wouldn't give him his plat if they didn't intend on him being a core member of the future team. So once again, I don't think they're going to be red. And then pretty much the same logic applies to green as well. They've just released a Merge Zamasu. And if we look back to GT, they released the red free-to-play Kid Goku. Obviously the tag 4s weren't red, neither was the 1% unit. So I think it's safe to assume that they're not going to buff any of the colours that they've just recently given buffs to. So red, purple or green. That just leaves blue and yellow. And as I mentioned earlier, I do think Future Gohan is by far still the best unit on the tag. Now that isn't me including the androids, because they are blast based and Future is heavily Strat based, so even though they are still the best unit individually, they don't really fit very well on the team. So with that in mind, I think Future Gohan is still by far the best unit. I can't see them making it yellow. It'd just be redundant, replacing the best unit on the team. So that only really leaves blue, and that honestly surprises me because I was so sure that Sword of Hope was going to get his plat. They gave it to Zamasu. I'm not really too sure why, because Zamasu needs a lot more than Sword of Hope does. He's still not viable even with his plat. So they easily could have just given it to Sword of Hope, then made Vegeta and Trunks red, and Future would have been set. But they didn't, so here we are. Blue is still one of Future's more weaker colours. They haven't had any buffs to the tag since the 1% Sparking Goku Black, who's easily replaceable. So I could see it, to be honest. I could see them being blue. But my preference would be purple. Vegeta Clan needs a purple, Future needs a purple still because Rose is mid. But if not, as long as they're not yellow or green, because they have got the LF Super Saiyan Trunks as well, they should be fine. They honestly should be fine. And then on Vegeta Clan, as long as they're not green, they're pretty much getting on the team. So yeah, they're my thoughts on the colour I think they'll be. Now in regards of the 1%, I think we could maybe see this Rage Goku, the one that fought Zamasu. Maybe we could get another Sparking Maya. When we do get a Dragon Ball Super Trunks, we do usually get a Maya alongside him, so I think that makes a lot of sense. But my personal choice would probably be a Sparking Yajirobe, the future Yajirobe with a beard. I think that would be so cool. Love Yajirobe, but I probably see him as more as an EX unit, so maybe we'll see him as an EX, Maya's a Sparking. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that is it for my predictions. As I said, I think we are definitely getting a LF Trunks Vegeta assist. I think they will be blue. I think the 1% unit will be a Sparking Maya potentially with an EX Future Yajirobe. I think that would be pretty cool. But let me know down below if you guys agree with me. If not, who would you like to see come on the future banner we are going to be getting for part 2. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you in the next one.